Yo, come one, come all, nothing but love, nothing but respect. You know what we do, what we don't, what we is, and what we is here today, bringing you guys and girls My Hero Academia, chapter 353. And look at that, I'm on schedule today. I'm doing this video on a Monday. I know I've been slacking lately and getting these out maybe on a Tuesday or whatever. I know last week's video also got dropped at 7 a.m. this morning. Unfortunately, I didn't get time before work today to do this chapter, but you know what? I'm here now, and we're going to get it over and done with, and hopefully it's going to be an absolute banger. But before we get into that, you know what to do, you know what's really appreciated, you know what's really expected at this point in time. Subscribe to the channel, help us hit 150 subscribers. We're currently around the 117 mark, so do that, and drop a comment in the comment section down below, letting me know what unique subscriber number you were. And if you haven't done so already, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Oh, I already said the subscribe thing. Anyway, let's get into it. So we're picking up chapter 353. So the last panel of last chapter, Shoto essentially gut punched Dabi and froze what looked like a couple hundred meters to maybe a kilometer, a few skyscrapers, and seemingly froze Dabi from the waist down. So this is it's going to be interesting if Dabi's completely out here. He's down. Dabi is down. Yeah, and you can see the ice on the skyscrapers and that. So it's only surface level deep, and it's only on the face, like the foremost face that was directed at the conflict, but it's not on all buildings as well. It's only sort of like the 90-degree stack of buildings there. So you got some on the left and you got some directly in front, which is interesting. And yeah, everyone's looking on with like a little sigh of relief. I can't imagine how painful that must have been, but you pulled it off. The boy did it. Shoto beat the blue flame. Yo, and you've got Shoto's like ice just melting off his back, almost making these like butterfly wings as he's starting to pass out. Yo, and you got the rest of the heroes going against one of the most manky, messed up looking Nomu. Following Shoto's footsteps, this big guy is the last one standing. Overwhelm it with everyone you've got. Overwhelm it with everyone you've got. Not everything you've got. That feels... I know from time to time the translators for My Hero Academia get a bit of a razzing for the official releases. I would have said, instead of overwhelm it with everyone we've got, I would say overwhelm it with everything we've got. That reads better to me. That's... Even if it's more accurate, it's sloppy translation in there from Japanese to English. We've got the advantage in numbers. Only because our block got the lucky draw back there. Think about Kunida or Gashley. It'd be a totally different story if we were dealing with Tartarus escapees like them. Since we got so lucky, we got to spread some of that luck around and even the playing field. The news from Camino Ward's Ground Zero reached Tsukachi's team in the command center. Oh, yo, and you got All Might there, just Todoroki kid. You can feel that he doesn't want him to have to suffer like that, but like that's a somber like. I hate that you had to do it, but I'm glad you did it. It was a rocky start with Midoriya warping to the wrong spot, but this victory feels like a good omen. Spread the word, All Might. Yo, and we're over in Jakku now. Jakku Hospital ruins outside Gigamarker's detainment facility. All squads heard the good news. Yo, and everyone's just getting like a mad morale boost. Sounds like Todoroki got the job done. The way he's got his head in the clouds had me worried for nothing. I love that kid. Yo, Mount Lady's just stomping around, dropping everyone. We had this sneak attack all set up. Why are they here ready for us? It was all a ruse on their part, pretending to be scattered and without unity. but they had several dozen heroes stationed here prepared to go on the defensive. They must have foreseen that our detached force would try to steal back the powerhouse during the operation. However, they've squandered their resources. The era of liberation is at hand. These purveyors of falsehoods will be crushed beneath our boots, just like that UA school teacher. Wait, which... Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm like, yo, Kirishima's here. Red? The escort mission's done, Pinky. Let's do this, people. Our very own Todoroki showed everyone what a dude he is. We gotta stay strong and hold this defensive line. National Takoba Arena. We'll have to celebrate his win when the battle's over. I remember people saying he'd be outmatched. Yo, and... Are we... Oh, okay. Part of me understands completely that to stall him, Bakugo will probably have to lose for Todoroki... for Midoriya to get here and, you know, show the good fight as Deku would. But, like, part of me is just like, please, just kick ass. Just keep kicking ass. Up in the sky, UA main building. Didn't expect any less from you, Todoroki. Considering this matchup, it's clear that the priority with those cages was splitting up only the primary fighters on our side. As for dealing with us dregs, you plan to improvise on the spot once in a battle? On what basis though? Trust? Hope perhaps? Yo, who is this? I do not recognize this person. This must be one of the breakouts. Such things invisible to the eye coat this planet like oppressive membrane. Yo. This person's given me some mad, like the flower version of Hawkins sort of vibes. What are you, some kind of alien? This planet, you say? This is about empirical utility and harm. None of those who've deceived him in the past have survived for long. Exceptions will not be tolerated. Because of Dictator's failure, my turn never came around. But now I can demonstrate my utility for All For One as one of his assassins. Tartarus escapee Kunida. And the dregs that I mentioned will all be coming after you unceasingly. Yuga Aoma, the bat of Aesop. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Merci. Yo, come on. Hey, Armor Man, please show him what you got. Hit him with that belly laser. Yo, President Mike's just screaming out, Shoto took down me damn, baby! It was a cruel duty placed on him, but he stood tall and faced it anyway. What the living is Spinner that huge for? What? Oh, are we going to get a Spinner versus Mount Lady sort of thing going? Huh? Darby lost? No chance in hell. This has got to be information warfare. Yeah, that's all it is. Like I need any of that crap. He always had everything. A reason to live on. A goal. Power too. Things I lacked. His convictions could never fail him, right? Yo, everything. Yo, Spinner's getting filthy. They locked up Kurogiri, but we're taking him back in order to destroy the status quo. Yo, look at his swords. That's manky and I love it. For Shigaraki's sake, for our sake, to demolish the system that oppressed us, Todoroki, I'm so proud I made it into your class. Oh, yo. And in the ruins, we got our very own class rep. Your engine's stalled, right? Sorry. You have nothing to apologize for. How's he still alive in this state? Wait. Darby's still alive. Please. Are they going to try and redeem him? And of course, word reached here too. Ooh. What does that face imply? Affection? Grief? Here it comes. Don't listen. Don't pay him any mind, Endeavor. You refuse to take a good look at Toya, forcing the task onto little Shoto instead. That must have been your decision, right? And you justify that choice by being here. Heroes just have so much to protect. This is why you lose, number one. Here comes the mind games. Yo, I love that! All for One has just like a handful, each finger representing different abilities. I'm pretty sure his pinky's the one that he was mainly using in his first fight against All Might in the series. But yo, that's sick. I don't know why, but his pointer is reminding me of like a mix between the facehuggers from Alien and how can I forget his name? Harry Potter main villain, Voldemort. There we go. It looks like the Voldemort head on the back of Quirrell mixed with like a facehugger. But I love the skull-like impression. Very evil emperor sort of vibes here. Good panel too. And that's the chapter. But no break next week. That's a good thing. That's definitely a good thing. Okay. What would be my favorite panel in this chapter? Alright, re-looking at it, it was a really small chapter. There was a bit of information. It was mostly reactions to the information warfare, or lack thereof actually. It was just the news or reports that Darby went down. I think the best panel... Best panel may have to be this last panel. It's either the panel with All for One or it's Endeavor's close-up shot of his face. Because, like, I get, like, the confused mood in that. Like, it's a mix between, like, happy, sad, celebration, and just, unsure or a lack of conviction almost. It's a very neutral face, so I do like the art in that and the way that's expressed. Spin art being huge is just wild to me. Obviously this is some last minute modifications and that All for One did to get him up here and throwing hands. But Kunita, I wonder what their ability is. The fact that they're sporting all these flowers, I'm going to say what it might be is they can control plant growth and make plants grow really fast, and they tend to fight, I'm going to say, maybe with toxic plants or poisonous plants. And my prediction, I'm not 100% here, but my prediction is going to be that maybe Ayama and his laser beams can sort of disperse any toxins. Now, that's all just headcanon right now, but I'm going to, based on design and feel, it's a very, Scarecrow-like character. In all honesty, with the hood and the cloak and that, it almost looks like a template for previous Nomus. But the fact that there's some big Flora here. Flora? Either way. Definitely has me feeling like it's going to be a plant-related ability, and they kind of look a little toxic. I can just imagine this field, like the tall, strong green stalks, but like a bright red flower with maybe some yellow pollen stems sticking out from it. But that was chapter 553 of My Hero Academia. Not a super lot happened. It was more setup and emotional payoff for the last chapter, which was good. Definitely a good chapter. But it's going to be interesting to see where it goes from here. I wonder who the next pieces to move or the next pawns to, win or fall are. Because the fact that Shoto's done so early in the conflict frees him up to do other stuff, but he's also very fatigued. So at the moment, we've got new challenges sort of arising in the fields and that, like this new Tartarus villain and that sort of stuff. So it feels weird that we're still setting the stage for some new fights, while some of what we would consider the bigger fights are ending early. But Probably for bigger payoff later on. Whether that's because Shoto does something, or whether or not Darby ends up coming back to the side of good and has a redemption moment in some capacity. Especially since we don't know how long he's meant to have left to live. His last final act maybe would be an act of defiance, because he was never truly with the villains, but he was never truly with the heroes in that weird, duality. But at this point in time, that's just some baseless speculation. I haven't thought too long and hard on that. But that's interesting that it's set up like that, for sure. That being said, this chapter, gonna give it a 6 out of 10. It's... Stuff happened, nothing hurt the story, but it was a very average chapter. It just sort of moved the plot, which was good, important. We do need to get some setup chapters from here and there, and considering the last chapter was so good, it's hard not to, hard to give this a good rating coming off the back of something as kick-ass as that. But, that is what it is. If you haven't done so already, like I said at the beginning of the video, subscribe to the channel. Help us hit 150 subscribers. Like the video. Don't forget to hit the bell icon for more notifications for content like this and all that good stuff. Peace. Nothing but love. Nothing but respect. Have a damn good day. And until the next video or until the next chapter of My Hero Academia, have a good one. Goodbye.